Welcome to Universe Live. I'm Hassan El-Sheikh.
And I'm Eva Dane Hendricks. It's Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. Governor Spencer Cox praises government and leaders' response to the Silicon Valley Bank collapse.
Far too often we're part of the problem, but I hope this weekend we're part of the solution. So thanks to
the governor says over the weekend, state leaders were collaborating to find solutions to protect businesses impacted by the bank's collapse.
BYU announces the 2023 Student Employees of the Year. Juliet Ball works in the office of the General Counsel and came in first place. Alexa Fox came in second place, and Heidi Wilding came in third.
A new BYU study shows the impact pornography has on romantic relationships. The research shows avoiding pornography is vital to a long-term healthy relationship. The study is published in the Journal of Sex Research.
Today is Equal Pay Day, recognizing that women still make less than men on a national scale.
Even when there's comparable worth in terms of what we do, we get paid less.
This date symbolizes how far into the year women must work to earn what men earned in the previous year, but the pay gap is slowly shrinking. Equal Pay Day now arrives about a month earlier than it did 20 years ago.
Today is Pi Day. Pi Day was first celebrated by California physicists in 1988 before being recognized by Congress in 2009. Whether you prefer eating or computing it, there are more than 3.14 reasons to celebrate this holiday.
The BYU Creator Showcase was held on Monday afternoon in the Wilkinson Center. Universe Live reporter Joe Worthland went to the showcase. Joe, what did these creative students have to display?
Thanks, guys. The BYU Creative Showcase had dozens of different products, ranging from food to photography. Students got a chance to prepare presentations to allow others to see what they've been up to. Hundreds of BYU students came to the garden court in the Wilkinson Center to see the products being displayed. From homemade soap to photography, from custom stickers to jackets. The dozens of products allow the students to show off their creativity.
The purpose of the Creator Showcase was to really showcase what these students have been working on.
DJ Taylor, manager of the Slab Space in the Tanner Building, says that the Creator event planning team has been working for weeks to prepare for the showcase.
Lots of people, I couldn't name everybody, and I want to, but they're all amazing. They've all been working so hard.
Many of the booths had snacks or small gifts that interested students could take, along with a free dirty soda bar and gelato stand. Rachel Peary, owner of R. Whitwer Photography, took free professional headshots for interested students.
I have done expos and shows before, so I had a lot of this content and materials already.
She filled out a Google form to participate in the showcase and liked the setup in the garden court.
It's nice that it was in such a public place, like just that BYU, all of BYU campus could come and see everyone.
After the public demonstration, teams of students met in the Varsity Theater to pitch their products to a team of judges. 3 winning teams in software, service, and products won $7,500 to use in their future businesses.
People are so creative and can do so many other things, and you see that here especially.
As you can see, the Creator Showcase was a huge success. They plan on doing it again in the future to allow other students to have their chance to share their own skills. For Universe Live in the Wilkinson Center, I'm Joe Worthland.
Thanks, Joe.
Governor Cox signed 73 bills from the general legislative session into law. Among the bills signed into law is one that requires dating apps to provide information to safeguard against dating violence. Apps will also be required to provide resources to report crimes committed by other users. Another bill offers resident student status for any students who establish residency in Utah to attend higher institutions of education. And programs for outdoor recreational restoration infrastructure will receive an increase in funding to upwards of 15% of the outdoor recreation budget. The funds will help restore trails and popular public locations.
A 56-year-old man died in Arches National Park Sunday afternoon after resuscitation efforts were unsuccessful. National Park Service rangers responded to a report of CPR at Devil's Garden Trail. The Grand County Sheriff's Department and air medics responded to the situation, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. The name of the man and where he is from have not been released.
Search and rescue crews rescue a sergeant with Washington City Police Department from a slot canyon. On Sunday, Brad Coleman went out for a day of biking with his friends. When he didn't return home and his wife was not able to get a hold of him, she called police. Search and rescuers in a helicopter spotted Coleman in a ravine in the Warner Valley area. He had been in a bike accident and had been waiting for help for 18 hours. Sergeant Coleman was then flown to the hospital via helicopter. A GoFundMe has been started to help pay for his medical bills and to thank him for his 15 years of public service.
Provo police want to speak to a man suspected of stealing credit cards. Police say they have identified the man in these photos. They have been searching for the suspect since Thursday. The man was identified after these pictures were posted on the Provo Police Facebook page. Investigators say the man is primarily stealing credit cards from vehicles. If you have any information, call the Provo Police Department.
After a slowdown in recent years, Google Fiber has resumed expansion to new areas across the state and within Provo. Kyle Raymond reports on what they're planning to do.
Many residents of Utah are familiar with Google Fiber, the high-speed internet service provider that made headlines when it was announced in 2013. Google Fiber was one of the first services to provide gigabit internet speeds in the United States, which it claimed would provide internet connectivity many times faster than the national average.
I remember just a few years ago when people thought 1 gig, what are we going to do with all that, right? And now 1 gig is seems like the minimum.
Since it first arrived in Provo, Google Fiber has spread to several Utah cities, including Salt Lake, Sandy, and Taylorsville. And the company plans to continue expanding.
We are actually working our way through the Wasatch Front right now.
Google Fiber has also promised on its website to expand services in the Provo area.
We want to be able to serve as much of the city as possible.
According to Castro, the principal market for Google Fiber is away from major commercial contracts and instead in homes and small companies.
Our product really focuses on residential and small business.
This focus means a lot of opportunity for Google Fiber, since Provo is one of the highest rated cities in the country for both places to live and places to start a business. In addition to providing high-speed internet, the company has been investing in nonprofits focused on improving digital literacy.
We want to ensure that not only we provide the internet, but that people are able to learn how to access it and learn how to have better opportunities.
That investment benefits Google as well, since increased internet literacy means more internet subscribers and more searches on Google itself. Reporting in Provo for Universe Live, I'm Kyle Raymond.
Salt Lake City's mayor is asking the public for help on what to do next with the ballpark neighborhood. Mayor Aaron Mendenhall says Utahns can win a prize of up to $15,000. The Ballpark Next design competition has 3 categories for people to submit their designs. The categories are open to design proposals from residents, post-secondary students, and professionals. One proposal from each of those categories may be selected to take home a cash prize.
Most of all, we just want to generate ideas and energy about what could come next on those 13.5 acres around the ballpark.
After more than 100 years of baseball on the site, the city wants to reimagine the site to serve the neighborhood and residents for the future proposals. Proposals will be reviewed by the city's staff, community members, and the public. The competition closes this Friday. For more information or to submit your proposal, visit ballparknext.com.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints announces the future location of the Cody, Wyoming temple. The church will be constructing a single-story temple of just under 10,000 square feet on the northwest side of the Cody Canal. The town of Cody is located near the border of Montana and Wyoming and has a population of around 10,000 people. This will be the 3rd temple in Wyoming. It will provide easier access to temple ordinances for the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints who live there. The temple was announced by President Russell M. Nelson in the October 2021 General Conference.
2 goats that were up for auction at the Utah County Sheriff's Office have found their forever home. The bidding for the 2 animals ended March 7th. The Sheriff's Office says the goats, John Coffey and Houdini, sold for a whopping $15 each. The owners have already picked up the 2 kids.
Chances are you have heard of Taylor Swift and are familiar with her songs, but she is not only known for her music, but also her take on politics and other important topics. Tabby Freitas attended an event that helped students learn more about the politics of Taylor Swift. Tabby, what else can you tell us?
Yeah, a few days before the kickoff of Swift's Era Tour, the BYU Political Affairs Society hosted an event about the politics of Taylor Swift. Attendees learned that there might be more to the lyrics in the songs than they might have guessed. The BYU Political Affairs Society hosted the Politics of Taylor Swift event just days before her Eras Tour.
It seems like one of those nights, this place too crowded, too many cool kids.
We're so excited for the concert, and we've been putting together outfits and listening to her music and getting ready, and we thought it would just be a really fun idea to come and learn about the different Taylor Swift theories and talk about the different eras just in preparation for the concert.
This is the 2nd time the BYU Political Affairs Society has hosted the event. It originated from a mutual interest between Dr. Ryan Davis, the BYU Political Affairs Society, and BYU Women in Politics to talk more about Taylor Swift and the politics involved in her lyrics and career.
The thing that's interesting about Taylor Swift is that from the beginning she was interested in having secrets on her albums. So when it used to just be that, like in the early days, that the capitalized letters internal to the words would spell the name of a person who mattered to the song, just like things like that, where there'd be a meaning to the song that was connected to her life that you could get if you sort of put together the clues.
Dr. Davis discussed Swift's songs and the hidden messages in them.
I've definitely heard a lot of theories before surrounding Taylor Swift, and some of them I buy into, some of them I don't. But it's just honestly fun to speculate, but in the end you can't really know someone.
It's a love story, baby, just say yes.
I wonder if there's something about BYU that makes Taylor Swift and politics a kind of thing that people are into here in a way that it might hit different in other places.
For more information on Dr. Davis' works on the politics of Taylor Swift, go to philoswift.com.
Hey, thanks, Tavi. And hey, you're the man.
Thanks for joining us today for Universe Live.
Have a great day.